Today, the bad days, bro. Remember last time I was like, oh man, every day off I'll make one of these. I had a day off yesterday, and Sunday I was off as well. Sunday I was like, you know what, I'm kind of sick, so and there's gonna be a Sunday call, so like, like, do I, it's an exception, right? Because like, Sunday call usually goes into the night, so like, I won't have time, right? So I was like, you know, but no, I was just not feeling super the best. Um, but that's that day, and then yesterday I was like, dude, I'm fucking sick, right? Like it was like that. Like you like cough, you're like like that. You like cough, like you literally can't get because it's all fucking. I don't know, like the airways are all blocked. Um, and then today, listen, it gets to a point, right, where like, damn, I got something to talk about now. I got something to talk about. Okay, I don't have my phone on me. Oh man, I wish I would so show you right now. I'm gonna have to edit this because. Okay, we'll get to that point, right? I said I wasn't gonna edit these, but I watched them. It's just edit. It's gonna be super light editing. I'll get this up by tonight. It's 9:45. Hopefully, get this up by 10:45. Like less than an hour. Cause me, I'm a slow ass editor. But my phone yesterday, I was cleaning it. Okay, long story short, I was cleaning it, right? I'm sick, so my phone was kind of gross. Or I thought it was pretty gross. So I was like, might as well clean it. So in the sink, I just ran it under hot water. That's number one, right? Because I was like at the same time cleaning my hands, might as well. And I was like, I'll just. And I was running. washed my hands under hot water, so the hot water was hot. So I put on my phone under hot water, and I was like, what? I thought I was careful because like, I don't want to get to the charge port because the charge port it gets angry at me. I was like, oh, there's moisture in there, bro. Take the charger out right the fuck now. And I knew it was gonna say that, or I was trying to prevent it from saying that, right? So I was just avoiding the charger port, thinking I was being careful, right? And then it did happen, and I was like, oh my god, there's moisture in the charger port. Be careful, right? And like, you could take away the notification, but then when you put it in, it tells you again. I was like, oh, there's still shit in there. So like, whatever, fine, right? So it dried out. And I could charge it normally, right? But like before that, I noticed it's like, like the camera's all foggy. I turned that bitch around. Condensation, bro. Complete condensation. Like that was more condensation than you see on like on a Coca-Cola ad. That shit was like pure like gray in like the camera lens. And I was like, shit. The camera's still usable, like it still turns on and stuff like that, but everything is just so blurry. Like I'm literally like for emergencies, like sure I could take a picture or something, it would be count as evidence, but like, what a shitty photo. Like it's worse than this camera quality right now. This is the webcam quality. Dude, this is better than what my phone is getting right now. I don't take photos super duper often, but on Snapchat, it's gonna bother me so much, and I have to resist the urge. I have to resist the urge to just be like, dude, what if I just buy a new phone? Because no, bro, that's so fucking stupid. The phone's a little over a year old, which doesn't mean it's I've got the money's worth, right? That shit should last at least 5. So it's in a bag of rice. That's why I can't show you because it's in a bag of rice. But yeah, that was yesterday, and today I woke up like at 2:30, and I had to get up until like 3:30. Bro, it was late, 'cause I'm sick. Obviously yesterday I was trying to fix it, so online I was like, oh, what fix, right? And then it said avoid rice. I was like, all right. And it said use silica gel. I'm like, oh my god, I have silica gel. I have like all these silica gel packets from Pop Mart figures. Fucking, my addiction to these. This is Frankie in her car mechanic outfit. But like, I was like, oh shit, bro, I have so many of these. Might as well just like, I would save them like a psychopath for some whatever reason. I would save them for whatever reason, and I just had them in my drawer. So I was like, oh shit, I could use them, right? And then I put them in a baggie. I put my phone in a baggie, and then you just waited. I was like, dude, this is doing nothing. Like literally, like I put it in there like all night, and it did like practically nothing. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna go back to the old school. Put in a bag of rice. And yeah, it's in a bag of rice right now. Let's see what it's like tomorrow. Hopefully you get a video tomorrow. This video is gonna be long, and I don't care. So yeah, my phone it's not broken. The camera's just very unusable, including the front facing. The front facing camera also, like the little fucking dot has fucking water in it. And I'm confused how it's not breaking, to be honest with you, because it's like in there. Like the Samsung has the third camera is technically sideways, right? Like the circle you see, there's like a rectangle inside because the rectangle is a mirror and the camera's over here. The camera, like absorbs the light. The light that comes in reflects through a mirror, and then it's bam right there. And then the in between is like where the optical zoom is because the mirror moves back and forth, or there's a lens that moves back and forth. That's besides the point. It's like in there. The water's like in there. I see it like on the mirror, not just on the lens. It's on the mirror. So literally, goddamn, it's like. So it's in a bag of rice. I try to do the thing where you do the hairbrush, or not the hairbrush, the hair dryer. But then my phone started to overheat, so I was like, fuck. So we're just gonna, if you believe in God, pray for my phone, for my materialistic things to not die. Yeah, that's my phone. And then today, again, I got up at 3:30, played some Bloons Tower Defense. That's a good thing. I like playing Bloons Tower Defense. I'm trying to get the Paragons. I'm trying to get I think I'm missing the airplane, the engineer, and the Spike Factory. Those three, I think, is a Spike Factory. I'm pretty sure the Spike Factory can get a Paragon. I'm missing 3 Paragons, and the airplane one is goddamn, bro. I'm just spamming airplanes like crazy just to see how far I can get. And I get pretty far. Low key, my strat is just like, oh, if there's a body of water, put down hella fucking merchants, like pirate merchants, and then with that, I put down like 3 farms, and then bam, everything's just the money starts rolling in, and I could just like breeze through the rest of it, just like spam whatever I want, and then I win the rounds. But fucking. I actually haven't been back here. That's the drive-thru. I was like, all right, I gotta do something today, right? I don't know if you can tell. You can't really tell because it's my. I cleaned the desk, right? And it's gonna be clean. It looks a little bit dirty right now, but like like this stuff is all goes in my backpack to go to work. I took it out because I was like, I'm being productive today. I had a bag of clothes that I wanted to donate. Put those in my backpack. Took out the trash. Um, this is me planning things, right? And I was like, I don't want to. I'm feeling pretty sick, so I'll just take the Super 73, my electric bicycle. Fat tires. You know what a Super 73 is. I don't have to explain it. Uh, and then I got the battery. I was like, oh, the battery's not charged. And I put it in, just hopefully it could charge enough for me to use it for this ride. I was gonna get Five Guys because Five Guys is like relatively far and a kind of roundabout way to get there on bicycle instead of a car. So I was like, I'm gonna get Five Guys. It's gonna be great because I'm on an electric bicycle. It's not gonna hurt. Uh, and then I pretty much got ready. Got the trash. Got the clothes. Took everything out of my bag because I'm gonna go grocery shopping afterward. Um, and I walked down, and then I'm like with the battery in my backpack and the trash, and I look to where the Super 73 is supposed to be, and it's not there. I'm like, oh, why is it not here? I have and it clicks. I have the battery, and the bike's not there. The bike can't go anywhere without the battery, because like, why would you ever want to do that? And then like I was like, oh, someone fucking took it, or like, but no, I was like staying optimistic. I was like, what if someone just needed, like, to move the bike, so then they put it around the corner, like on the other side of the house or the apartments. So I was like, here, let me just go back upstairs, put down the battery, put down the trash, and just walk out. And then there was neighbors on the left, so I went all around the house and then back around to avoid the neighbors that were sitting on their porch. Because I don't want to. I'm sick and I don't really want to talk to anybody, especially when I get really close up like that. Uh, and it wasn't there. The bike was not around the house. I was like, fuck. And like right as I got home, my mom got home. And then she was like, what? And I'm like, I'm on the Super 73. It's not here. And she's like, what? And I'm like, the Super 73 is not here. Like, oh, the electric bike? I'm like, yeah, it's not there. And she was like, oh shit, they fucking stole it. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Like her first instinct was my first instinct that I just didn't want to immediately accept. But yeah, bro, it's gone. And I don't even know when they stole it because I'm gonna be super honest with you. I use my analog bike more than my electric bike, but my electric bike is still nice to have. Uh, so yeah, the electric bike is gone. I still have the battery and the charger, so whoever stole it, you fucking idiot. What are you gonna do without the fucking battery? Do the right crank is bent as fuck too. Okay, it's not bent like unusable, not like when I got into my accident. Um, but like it's bent, bro. Like you pedal and your fucking feet go like this. Like your foot's all fucking. Okay, you can't really tell with this one's straight and this one's all fucking wobbly. It's like, so it's uncomfortable to pedal and it's heavy as fuck. So you're an idiot. Unless you already have a battery and you're just like, oh man, I lost my bike, but I still have the battery. Like, no, you fucking stole that shit, you piece of shit. Uh, Part of me wanted to be like, what if just like a neighbor just like took it, you know? Like one of the kids in the neighborhood was just like, oh my god, look at this bike, and then they rolled it out. Uh, like what if? Um, but that's besides the point. I basically I was like, I guess I still have my analog bike. I'll just ride that. And my legs are pretty built, but I just didn't want to. Listen, it's just like about like an effort thing. It's like I just didn't want to sweat super much. But whatever. I took the bike. It was honestly a pretty chill ride. That's what the footage around this video is, because I was riding around the village in Kirkland. Um, and yeah, I just took the regular bike and did all the same things I said I was gonna do. So that's good. Nothing stopped me today. What else was I gonna talk about? I've been sick. Today. This is not the right page. Today it was I've been having crunchy coughs. So you're just like, and it's all crunchy sounding. You know, like good satisfying crunch. Yesterday was dry coughing. Like I was like coughing. I told you about it. I literally just told you about like the fucking like terrible airways, and my eyes started to get like swollen because of how much I was coughing. Um, Monday I went to work. I had medicine, but I had like a bit of a running nose and a dry throat. I think I had a mask on and everything. Sunday, I considered it terrible. I don't super remember what the symptoms were. I think I was chilling, kinda. Uh, but you know, I just didn't want to go to work because I was like, dude, fuck this shit. I remember waking up feeling miserable, but like the rest of the day was relatively fine. Saturday, I had D15. A fucking, it was tolerable. Uh, I just like it was the second day after feeling like starting it, so it was like it was technically starting, but like by the end of the shift, I was like, bro, get me the fuck out of here, you know. And Friday, I had a running PM, and it was in the middle of the shift where I felt it, where I was like drinking water, and I was like, oh, it feels funny around the back of my throat. It's not exactly alleviating the sore throat. I was like, you have an itchy throat, you drink. I was like, oh, it's not going away. Um, so yeah, that's the timeline of the sickness. I still have a day off tomorrow. And the next day I have a runner, and then the next day I have a runner, and the next day I have a morning running or serving, and that's Mother's Day. So hopefully I'll feel 100% by then. Uh, yeah. I talked about my phone. Super soon got stolen. Yeah. It's kind of mainly a little bit mostly my fault, to be honest with you, because I was ignoring it for a long time. I feel like I couldn't notice if I just checked on it every day, or if I even just like wrote it more often. It feels like, because if I wrote it more often, I would lock it up more often. And the last time I wrote it, I didn't lock it up. That's silly me. That's a silly me, idiot, fucking mistake that I made. Because I'd write it, and be like, no one's ever tried to, and then I just didn't, and then I just left it alone for a long time. My mom said it's been gone for a while, so I'm like, first of all, if you notice it's not there, and we're both home, type shit, it's like, whatever. I think she probably didn't pay attention either. She probably just noticed that it was gone. Like, you know what? The more I think about it, the more it doesn't make sense why she didn't tell me. But I'm assuming she knew. She knew that I knew something, which I didn't know. Uh, but it's fucking whatever, bro. Yeah, I just didn't lock it up, and then this is my mistake. They just rolled it out of here. It had more than 1,000, 2,000 miles on it. I got my good money's worth out of it. It was 2,750. I paid it off a long time ago. I used it for high school, and then when I worked at QFC, it was a good bike. It was a good bike, but I have a regular bike now. So what are you gonna do about it, right? I mean, I did get a little bit of anxiety riding it because of flat tires. Because the week before I left for Mexico, I got a flat tire going to work. It was like my second to last day working there. So I was like, fuck. It doesn't matter that I'm late. I was an hour late, by the way. I literally had to like okay, it had a flat tire. I tried to fix it, and then I remember being so fed up with it. I was like, you know what, the bitch is fine now, right? But then the next morning when I rode it, like I didn't after I fixed it, I didn't test drive it, right? So I was like, it's fine, I'm done with it, right? So I went to bed, and then the next morning I had to go to work, and it was all like bumpy, like whoa. The tire did not seed correctly because I had a shitty bike pump. Um, and and yeah, the fucking I was going, and then going straight was completely fine, and then I took a turn, a relatively sharp turn, just like the entire tire unseated, and I was like, fuck me, and I looked at it, and I was like, uh-oh, and I tried to roll it like while it was flat, because you could do that with most bikes. That bitch, it was like you roll it, and it's like, oh no, we're not rolling anymore. I'm like, fuck you. So then I had to like pick it up. I had a foot peg on the left side, so I would just pick it up by the peg, hold the handlebars, and just like walk it. Oh my god, just remembering it sucks. Cause I remember people were going to school, and people like kids were walking, and I was just walking on my bike, I didn't want to say anything type shit. But they were definitely looking at me like, why is that guy walking his bike? He has a flat tire. I'm like, yeah, I have a flat tire. This is all mental in my head, right? That is my number one. I've fallen it. I've got in a car accident with it, and that's fine, right? But getting a flat tire like that, not nice, not epic. So I feel like I did subconsciously, in a way, like avoid riding it, because of the flat tires and the tire problems that I would have with it. Um, my regular bike doesn't have problems like that, you know that. And when it did, it was an easy fix. I just went to the bike shop, got a new tire, put that shit up, bam, bro, easy peasy. That's just because I have better tools. I have a better bike pump now, so that's just the way it is. Uh, yeah, but I'm a one bike guy now. I can no longer say I have two bikes. I don't have any options now, which is in a way kind of nice. In a way, a little bit nice. Uh, oh my god, this is 20 minutes. All right. Days are gonna get better. Tomorrow I'm gonna feel a lot better. Look, this clean desk. This is the number one thing I'm proud of today, cause I get to draw now. Look, this is a little book stand thing, little book holder. So now I get to look at my little reference. I have a lot of art books, so I was like, I'm gonna look at my art books instead of, because if you look at online, I like to, like, let's say like, oh, Instagram, all this, Twitter, like to look at references on there. I like to look at stuff there. I don't draw anything off of there though, and when I do, it's like, oh man, what if I just scroll a little bit? I'm a little bored, so I'll scroll, and then that's terrible. So get a book. I'm telling this to myself. Get a book. Uh, and then no more scrolling. Focus on the fucking page. Uh, but yeah. Okay, this is more than 20 minutes now, so who cares? It's thinking I drew something of someone. If you're a person I sent a snap to, the sketch that I drew is of somebody who may have plot relevance in the future. But yeah.